Guys, Roger here from What's on DisneyPlus.com. A quick news update for you guys on Goosebumps The Vanishing. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. So later this month, Disney is releasing a brand new series, Goosebumps The Vanishing, on Disney Plus and Hulu on Friday the 10th of January. So there's going to be 8 episodes in this upcoming series. A couple down from the last season, but this is like an anthology show, so this is not like we would get where you needed to watch the first show. Every season so far has been completely separate, completely different stories, different cast, different location, so therefore you can kind of just jump into this one if you haven't seen the last one, though I would recommend, if you've got a week to go till the series comes out and you're interested, maybe check it out. But even if you didn't like the last one, I would definitely say give this new one a go. So I have been lucky enough to see some of the episodes, not all of them, but enough to kind of give you a little bit of an early preview. And I just wanted to share some of my thoughts on it. So this one here features David Swimmer, who you might know as Ross from Friends. He's the dad. And there was an accident like 20, 30 years ago when he was a kid involving some kind of weird thing that went on. And his brother died. And now here we come. His older twins move back in with him for like the summer. And things start kicking off again. And there is some really spooky stuff. So generally there's kind of like, you know, obviously they discover something that's kind of starts taking them out. Now, much like with any of the Goosebumps things, they are based on the classic books. Now, I'm going to say straight off the bat, I have never read a Goosebumps book. They kind of came in after I was a kid, or they just weren't a big thing when I was a kid here in the UK. And therefore, I have got nothing to compare it to. So I'm looking at all of this as brand new. And therefore, it kind of gives me a slightly different take. Maybe if you've read a load of the books, you might start picking out some of the storylines from this series. Because it's based on multiple books, but they've kind of intertwined them all together. Like there's a storyline involving a car kind of coming to life. There's kind of like something growing, and it grows on the inside, and plants taking over, and they're all kind of interconnected. Not sure how all this is going to work. The episodes I've seen so far, I definitely want to see the last few episodes that I've not seen when it drops. But yeah, my initial first reactions are, I enjoyed this. It's kind of got this neat little way of being a little bit more for adults and for teenagers than what you typically see from Disney Channel. It doesn't feel like a Disney Channel show. It feels something maybe that you might find on Freeform or Netflix. Kind of teen, but adults can watch it as well. It's not too scary. It's kind of that nice line. And for me personally, it's about right. I'm not a big fan of horror and stuff like that. You know, if it's like gore and stuff, that doesn't bother me in the slightest. I think I've played way too many video games. But I'm not a big fan of like scary jumps and all that. And so there's a few little ones, but nothing too much in here. You got great cast in here as well, great location. The music's really good. They've kind of got lots of modern songs. And then when they kind of go back in time, bringing back some classics, which is great as well. And just overall, what I've seen so far, I really liked. And like I said, I'm going to be checking out the rest of the series when it drops on January the 10th. But I like it. If you like that first one, I think that I personally have been enjoying the second season more than the first one. I didn't like the whole thing with the doll and all that. That just seemed a bit creepy. And there's a couple of times where you start thinking, you know, did they just like copy Venom here? You know, the way that the kind of one of the major creature kind of sometimes looks. But you get all the typical teenage angst stuff that you get in here, you know, boy likes girl, you know, and then they're all just, it's the typical kind of thing, problems with the parents. But there's a lot less emphasis on the parents in the first season. But as I said, I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of it. And as I said, it'll be dropping on to Disney Plus and also on Hulu. They're kind of doing this dual approach for this one. And it's going to be dropping on with all 8 episodes on January the 10th. So definitely check it out. Let me know in the comments below if you're looking forward to watching it. Love to hear your thoughts on that. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. And I shall see you guys soon. Later.